Okay, see what they are telling in this question. Now see what we have done. We have already studied some of the sums. We have studied already the standard questions or the direct questions where we find the amount directly when we get the time, compound rate, percent and everything when we get principal. Then we have studied how to find the compound interest and the amount. Okay, and in one or two sums we have also learned how to find the sum or the principal if it is missing, where other data will be provided to you. Okay, now for recapitulation, let's look at another sum where we need to find the principal or the sum which was invested. Okay, now see what they are telling. This is question number 26 from ML Agarwal's current book. Okay, so check it what they are saying. See, what sum will amount to rupees 2782.50 in 2 years at compound interest if the rates are 5% and 6% respectively for successive years. What you have been told that rate percent for 2 years is 5% and 6% for the 2 consecutive years. Successive rate you have already studied. The amount after 2 years is 2782.50, means this is not the principal. Please don't mistakenly take it as the principal. Okay, we need to find the principal here. Okay, so time is 2 years. Since it is given that the thing is compounded annually or the annual rates are given, so we are considering the time as 2 years, means number of terms will be 2 only. But for the rate is given in successive form, we are going to take for first year rate equal to 5% and for second year rate equal to 6%. You have already seen how we take the rates for successive years. Okay, see how it is done. So I have written, given a certain sum amounts to rupees atto. This is the amount A I have written here. Time is 2 years. Since it is successive rates, so I have taken R1 as 5% for the first year. Therefore your N1 will be 1 only. Means 5% will be the rate for 1 year only. Okay, so R1 for N1 equal to 1. Again similarly R2 6% for the second year. That means the N2, the second term, is also 1 itself. Means the 6% rate will be remaining for 1 year. Now you just put in the formula and next is only calculation. So we know A equal to P into 1 plus R1 by 100 whole to the power N1, R2 1 plus R2 by 100 whole to the power N2. We know this formula already. Now you put the values. This is rupees 2782.50. Oh sorry, I have considered the principal as rupees P. Okay, you can consider it as X also. So I have put everything in the value. Every value is here. Rupees P. Here I have put the values of R1, R2 and they are for 1 year only, 1 year only. So 1 and 1 will be sitting here. Okay, so from here I am just taking the LCM of these two. So 105 by 100 and 106 by 100. They had the power 1 on each one. So this came out of the powers. Okay, means to the power 1 means only this one thing only. Now what we need to do, this rupees will get cancelled. We just have to shift these things to that side and we need to find out P. That's all. Okay, so what we are going to do, see here. So P will become 2782.50 into 100 into 100 because hundreds were there in the denominator, and it will be divided by 105 into 106. So I found that this 105 and this thing were, oh, one calculation here, 0.50 was there, so 100 will make up this 50. This point will be removed from here and 100 will be remaining. Okay, these are mere calculations only. So see this, if you cancel by 5 and then by 21, whole thing will be cancelled and you will get 25 in the numerator. So 25 into 100, here 105, 106 both gets cancelled. 25 into 100 means you are going to get P as 2500. So this P was only our sum which we had taken. So ultimately the sum, which P has no unit here because unit was cancelled. Now you will have to write it properly. The sum which is required is rupees 2500. That means again you are going to write the answer. So the answer is rupees 25 is the required sum. So this is a very easy calculation. Why did I show this to you? Because I knew that there is a point part here, decimal part here. You may have been confused. So nothing to be confused. You just shift the hundreds. The hundreds will be taking up the point part and it will become full whole number, then you cancel as usual and then you find the value of p. But be careful, you are not given with the principal here, you are given with the amount. Read the question very properly before jumping into conclusions. Now this p part I think is enough of it we have done. Next the next thing what we are going to do is we will be provided with all the information and we will be told to find the rate. This is the next category of sums. Means this type of sums will be given to you. Sometimes rate will be asked, sometimes time will be asked. Whatever they ask you, your motto will be just writing the formula properly, shift them and do. In rate we have a specific type of calculation. So let us look into the rate sums. Okay. So see what they are telling in this sum. See, a man invests rupees 1200 for 2 years at compound interest. Okay. Means this person invests rupees 1200 for 2 years. 2 বছরের জন্য 1200 টাকা invest করছে. Okay. Now at compound interest. Okay. Then they have said after 1 year, be very careful here, they are mentioning it that after 1 year you will have to see that after which period the amount is given, because here in the formula we directly get the amount. Okay, so you need to be careful about after how many years or how many terms they have given the amount in your question. Be careful, again I am telling. See, after 1 year the money amounts to rupees 1275, means he has invested the money for 2 years, but they have not given you the amount after 2 years in the question. They have given you the amount after 1 year. If they give you the amount after 2 years, we will do the sum in that way. But here be careful, they have given the amount after 1 year. So in the formula we will have to put it very carefully. Okay, so let's see. So the sum amounts to 1275 after 1 year. Find the interest for the second year, correct up to the nearest rupee. Now they tells us that we will have to find the interest for the second year. Okay, near to the nearest rupee. Now see the thing that for finding the interest of the second year we need one thing, we need the rate. But is the rate given in the question? No. Actually the thing is, by the given conditions we will have to first find the rate. Then by using that rate we will find the CI for the next year. That we can find using formula also or by the manual method which we have learned in the previous exercise. Okay, let's see what they have given and how to do it. So I am considering the first case here. Okay, so what they have told, money invested by a man is rupees 1200. This is our P. Okay, now see, amount after 1 year is 1275. 1 year, again be careful. Now how I am framing the answer, say it. So now as per the question, principal P is 1200, amount A is 1275. Since I have considered the amount A, which is the amount after first year, so here number of turns n will be 1. If in the question they tell you that it is the amount after 2 years, then you will take 2 in nth part, because it is compounded annually only, no need of thinking anything. But since it is after 1 year, you will take 1 here. Okay, so let the rate of interest be R% per annum. This per annum is very important, always take rate per annum only. Okay, now see, means in this annual question you will take rate per annum only. Now we will just put in the formula. So what we are doing, see, then we know A equal to P into 1 plus R by 100 whole to the power n. We know this formula. So you just put the things here. You have already kept everything ready. Now it is your work to just put the things. So you put in place of A, you put the value of amount, principal 1200, 1 plus R by 100 whole to the power 1. Okay, this R will remain as it is. Now you see this rupees will get cancelled. What we need to do is we need to find this R. So we will have to simplify this part. Be careful about this calculation. All the rate calculations will be done in this way only. If you can learn one, then you will be able to solve all the answers in this way. What we need to do, first we will have to shift this principal. Okay, so this is multiplied with this whole thing. So what we will do, we will shift it there in the denominator. So this becomes 1275 by 1200 equal to, this was to the power 1. So this bracket we need not give this bracket again. So this became 1 plus R by 100. Okay, be careful about this calculation again. So here if I means reverse and right, this becomes 1 plus r by 100 equal to 1275 divided by 1200. Rupees gets cancelled. Now what you will have to do, this r by 100, this 1 should be removed. So this 1 is added to this r by 100. You just shift this 1 here, this will come negative here. Now what you will have to do, you will have to subtract this. So you will take the LCM. Okay, so taking the LCM, see there here 1200 is there, so this one will become 1200. So 1275 minus 1200 whole divided by 1200. Okay, now what I have done here, 100 was there, here 1200, so these zeros can be cancelled, no need of keeping them. So after subtracting we get r equal to 75 by 12. Okay, see the r has become alone. Our motto is to solve the r only now, the simple linear equation, nothing else. So r equal to, we have got it as 6.25, or you can keep it as 61 by 4. Okay, here no unit is there. We have considered r as r percentage per annum, the rate. So you will have to write this rate of interest is, see this part. Now you will have to write the rate is 75 by 12. We have got this one. Now we will have to write thus the rate of interest is 6.25% per annum. Okay, now you have got the rate. So if you get the rate, you are given with the amount after first year. So we have learnt in last chapter that the amount after the first year becomes the principal for the second year. We know that. So you just put in that formula. So thus interest for the second year equal to what will happen? This principal for the second year which was given, okay, into rate into 1, because for 1 year we are taking by 100. So if you do the calculation here, you are going to get it as 79.6875. Okay, but in the question they have given you that you will have to find it to the nearest rupee, so it is rupees 80. So the interest which is required is rupees 80. Okay, so what did we do? We have first find out the rate. Okay, then we will have to first find out the rate, then using that rate we will be finding out the interest for the second year. Okay, we will see many other sums of this category. You will be then confident about doing these sums. Okay, let's see the next question about this rate type. Now see this question, what they have told. A sum compounded annually becomes 25 by 16 times of itself in 2 years. Determine the rate of interest per annum. Here they have told you to find out the rate. Now see the question carefully. A sum compounded annually. See here you have not been given with this sum. No need of giving the sum, because here no specific amount is also given. Okay, we will consider the sum to be something and we will do. So this is a specific type of sum. These sums generally come, these problems generally come in your examination. So be careful about it. See what they have told. Now they have told that this sum, suppose you have taken rupees 100. Okay, you have deposited. That 100 becomes 25 by 16 times of itself. Means you will get 25 by 16 into 100 after 2 years. That they want to mean here. Okay, of itself in 2 years. So the time is 2 years. Since it is compounded annually, so here n also will be 2 only. You got it, I think. Determine the rate of interest per annum. First thing, we will have to list down everything what they have given. So let the sum p be rupees x. Okay, I am considering the sum to be x. Don't be afraid. Here 2 variables will come, but 1 variable will be cancelled automatically. Main variable is the rate variable. Okay, so let the sum be rupees x. Amount A, what will be it? 25 by 16x, rupees 25 by 16x, because it is given in the question that it will become 25 by 16 times of itself. So what is the meaning of 25 by 16 times of itself? Means 25 by 16 into rupees x. Okay, so it becomes rupees 25 by 16x. Okay, in this way they will sometimes gives double, triple, and in many way they will give it to you. Okay, you just put the value here in amount. Now the time is 2 years. Since the interest is compounded annually, number of terms n will be 2 only. If it was semi-annually, then we would have taken it to be 4 or something. This type of question is also there in your book. When that type of question will come in semi-annual form or quarter form, you just multiply it by 2 or 4 as I have mentioned before. Okay, so here n will be 2 only, and let the rate of means rate percent be r percent per annum. We are taking it to be per annum only because our question is given in that it is compounded annually. If it is told that the interest is calculated semi-annually, then you take this r as per half year, okay. Or if it is given quarterly, then you take r percent per quarter, okay. At last you will multiply it by 4 or something to get the per annum's rate, okay. So whatever type of interest compounded means whatever interval will be given to you, you take the things in that way only. So now put in the formula, that is our work. So what do we know? So we know a equal to p into 1 plus r by 100 whole to the power n, okay. Now put the values. So a is rupees 25 by 16x, p is rupees x, and 1 plus r by 100 whole to the power 2. R will remain as it is. See here, this x and this x gets cancelled from here, okay. Rupees get cancelled, okay, and this x get cancelled. So this x actually does not remain only. This x or this x, whichever you talk about, this will not remain only, okay. The sum can be even done with rupees 100 also. 100 if you take, this will cancel ultimately, okay. Now we will need to work up with this, and we need to find this r. See, so this becomes 25 by 16 equal to 1 plus r by 100 whole square. Now what we will have to do, we will have to remove this part from here. So here square is there. To remove this square, what we will have to do, we will do square root on both sides. If it was cube, then cube root on both sides. In this way you will have to do, okay. So square is there. So what we are doing, we are doing square root on both sides, okay. So what is happening, see, when you are doing square root on this side, it is becoming 1 plus r by 100. So the square is removed, and here if you do square, so whole root of 25 by 16, you know how we find the square. So 25 by 16 will give you 5 by 4. Now this is a familiar form for you. 1 plus r by 100 is 5 by 4, means you will have to come from here to here, okay. If it is square root, then square, then square root on both sides. If it is cube root on both sides, and that way you will have to do. Now as before, as mentioned before, shift this one to this side. So when you will shift this one here, it will come 1 by 100 to be 1 by 4, because when you will subtract 5 by 4 minus 1, it will come 1 by 4. Do this calculation, then you just shift it. So 100 was there here, so you shift 100 in the numerator, 100 by 4, you will get r as 25, okay. Now r is 25, but our rate of interest is 25% per annum, okay. This unit you will have to give. So this was only the required thing. So the required rate of interest is 25% per annum. Nothing, you just place the values of principal, rate, time properly, and just follow this method. Here in every right sum you will get this type of thing. One square, cube, or fourth power will come. You just remove the powers from both sides. You just do this calculation. You are going to get the rate, that is the means r, which is the rate, okay. Let us see another sum of this type. You will get it then. See this question number 20 of your book. What they have told, I'm just discussing this question, okay. I will not solve it for you. This is also related to the last sum only. See what they have told. At what rate percent per annum compound interest would rupees 80,000 amount to 88,200 in 2 years, interest being compounded yearly. Also find the amount after 3 years of the above rate of interest, okay. What they have told, actually you were in the last sum, what was told? In the last sum, they gave you that if you keep an amount in the bank or somewhere else, you are going to get 25 by 16 of it, okay, after 2 years. In that way the question was given. Here the amounts are mentioned. They have told that if you keep 80,000 rupees for 2 years, you are going to get 88,200 after 2 years, okay. So here what we find, the principal is 80,000, the amount is 88,200. Now since the interest is compounded annually only, so the time is 2 years, means n also will be 2 year only, okay. You take the rate as r percent per annum. Now like the last sum only, you just put everything. I'm just giving you the hints, I'm not going to solve it. You put everything here, you shift this 80,000, these things will be cancelled. Again square is only there, so what you will do for this 88,200 and 80,000, cancel how much is possible. Okay, after doing the cancellation you will see that it will be left 441 by 400. Now we know 441 is the square of 21 and 400 is the square of 20. So it means that it is 21 by 20 square. Okay, so here also square is there, here also square is there. What you will do, remove this square from both sides, means square root on both sides. So you will get 1 plus r by 100 equal to 21 by 20. Now in the same way you solve it, you can do the calculation, you are going to get r as 5. So when you will get r as 5, the rate of interest will be 5% per annum. Same question, everything is same, just what is the difference? There you were given that x and it will become 25 by 16x. Okay, but if you consider as 100 and 25 by 16 into 100, but in this question you are given with the principal and the amount. Same question, nothing different is there, so you will solve it by yourself. Okay, next let us see the next question, what they are telling. See this one is important. What this says, see, if rupees 40,000 amounts to rupees 48,620.25 in 2 years, compound interest payable half yearly, very important. Okay, find the rate of interest per annum. Now see the tragedy here, they have given you that the interest is being compounded half yearly or semi-annually. Okay, but when they are asking for the rate, you are being asked for the annual rate. Okay, don't think about it now, you consider the rate to be half years, means you take r% per half year. Okay, you put all the values as you do in the question. Okay, after that suppose you will get rate as 5, suppose no, you will get the rate as 5. Okay, so we considered r to be the rate for the half year, na? So if r be the rate for half year, you just multiply 2 at the end, means you will get 10. So 10 is the rate for the full year. Okay, what do you do when the rate is given for annual purpose and you find the semi years interest? You divide it. Okay, so this is the reverse question, na? So you first find the rate of half year, then you just multiply by 2. Okay, let's look at the question. Means these two type of questions are important, because what we have seen in the previous two questions, there the annual means the interest was being compounded annually, but in this question the interest is being compounded half yearly. So be careful about it. Okay, many sums of this type are there in your book, you will have to solve them in your own. Okay, see, so I'm writing everything here. Principal P is 40,000, amount A is 48,620.25. the time is 2 years, but the compound interest is being calculated half yearly, so number of terms will be 2 into 2, 4. We have already seen this type of sums, that there are 4 half years in 2 years. I need not mention it again, I hope. Let the rate of interest be r% per half year. This is the main thing here. I am considering it to be r% per half year only. This will be easier for our calculation. Means I have already mentioned you, half year means n will be in terms of half year, rate also will be in terms of half year. Now you put all the values. See, we are putting the values. So we know A equal to P into 1 plus r by 100 whole to the power n. You put the value of amount here, principal 1 plus r by 100 whole to the power 4. There will come one problem. Nothing can be done. What can be? Okay. So what I have told, you will have to first shift this principal. So if you divide it now, so this one will become 48620.25 divided by 40,000. Rupees will get cancelled. Here it is 1 plus r by 100 whole to the power 4. Do not remove this 4 here. So what I am doing, I am just reversing and writing. So after reversing, and I have cancelled this 0, means I have multiplied 100 here and here. So this 100 remains here, and this 100 removes this decimal part. Okay, and I have just reversed and written it. Now what the thing is, you just cut how much is possible. So I got that this is divisible by 25, this is also divisible by 25. So I have divided both this part and this part by 25. So in the numerator I got 194481, and in denominator it is 40,000 into 4. Okay, now be careful about this part. Here what is there, it is to the power 4. Okay, So what you will have to do in square root কি করছিলাম, we were just finding whose square is this one, and here also square was there, so we removed the square from both sides. But if you think it in another way, we were doing square root, okay, in the last two sums we have done in that way, but it is the fourth power. Okay, now you will have to find whose fourth power is this one or whose fourth power is this one. For doing this, what we need to do, nothing else can be done, we will just multiply, means we will just factorize and get. So I have started factorizing 194481. So you keep on factorizing 194481, you will get 4 3s and 4 7s. Okay, so that means 194481 is 3 to the power 4 into 7 to the power 4. Again in the denominator you will get 2 to the power 4 into 10 to the power 4, because here 4 zeros are there, means 10 to the power 4, and 4 into 4 means 2 2 2 2. Okay, so if we mix this, we will get, this is here 3 into 7 21 whole to the power 4, and here 2 into 10 20 whole to the power 4. So in full thing we will write it as whole to the power 4. Means if you can get this one will easily come. Okay, same thing will be here and here, hence whole to the power 4 is coming. So you are getting the same thing, 1 plus r by 100 whole to the power 4 equal to 21 by 20 whole to the power 4. Now we can remove this 4's, so it will become 1 plus r by 100 equal to 21 by 4. Means we are doing fourth root on both sides. Means in square root what do we do, from two set of 2 we take out 1. So here out of 4 21s we are taking out 121, out of 4 this thing we are taking out 1, out of 4 20s we are taking out 1. Okay, done. Now again in the same way shift this one here. So after shifting this one you do the LCM, and after solving you will get r by 100 equal to 1 by 20. 100 will be cross multiplied, you are going to get r equal to 5. Now notice the thing, we took r as the half year's interest. Okay, I have already said that I have taken r to be per means r% per annum, per half year. Okay, so here also the r which you have got 5 is, it is the rate of half year. Okay, but they in the question they have asked you the rate for the annual term, means for whole year, nothing. So if the rate for half year is 5, for full year it will be 5 into 2 10. Okay, so thus the rate of interest is 5% per half year. Therefore the required rate is 10% per annum. Okay, the rate for the whole year will be 10%. This is the change only, nothing else. Okay, so this two type of sums, means in both the sums we are finding the rate. Okay, but in one we are finding the rate, means annual only is given, we are finding the annual rate. But be careful, in this question you are given that you will have to find the annual rate, but you will have to first find the half year's rate, then you multiply by 2 to get the annual rate. Okay, done. In the next part we are going to see how we will find out time. Same things will be coming, just be careful about the calculation and just put the values accordingly. Okay, bye.